Now the reason I can't show you guys is because I broke my stand, so you just got to see the work. You're not going to be able to see my face, so let's do it. All right guys, we back. So now what we need to do right now is go ahead and change out this reservoir tank. As you can see, it's nice and dirty, and I got a new one here. Well, of course it's secondhand, but it looks way better than the one that's on the car. So we got some good pliers. Just go ahead and disconnect the clips, 2 10mm bolts, and yeah, swap out, easy swap out, man. So let's do it. Okay, so not bad. I actually get it off without making a big mess. Only mess I made is here, but as you can see, the fluid is super bad, so we're gonna do a coolant flush after this. But here's the old one. I got it on its side right now so the fluid doesn't come out. But now we're gonna go ahead and put this new one on. So how it goes is that hole down there connects here at the very bottom. This one right here connects up here, and then the 2 10mm go on the side, one right there and one right there, and it just sits literally just like this. So let's go ahead and reverse this. Now the reason I can't show you guys is because I broke my stand, so you just got to see the work. You're not going to be able to see my face, so let's do it. Got it connected. So we got that done. Now it's time to move on into the car. So with that being said, this one shouldn't be that bad. I'm pretty much going to reuse all the screws and all the clips. I do have extra just in case, you know, but yeah, let's go ahead and do it, man. Let's get to work. We're making good progress. We replaced the tank up there. I'm still going to do the coolant flush, but right now I just want to complete all the little small things, and then, you know, at the end of the day, we got to get this thing a good detail. The leather is not in bad shape, but at the end of the day, we still got to clean it up real good to present it for the next buyer, man. So let's do it. So to take the panel off, at the bottom is 2 screws, one right there and one right here as well. So we got to go ahead and take those off. Once we take those off, it's a panel on the side of the center console we need to take down, but it's also a hidden screw on the side that you wouldn't necessarily see, but just move the panels around a little bit so you can get some space to get your socket in there, and go ahead and take it out. There it is right there. Once we get it out, the panel's going to come off super easy. Guys, so we finally get that piece off, and it actually came off pretty simple, pretty quick, pretty easy. So we got the new piece right here, and as you can see in the corner, it's all attached. It's not broken and damaged like the last one, so we good to go. Now I simply just got to take this and fit it down here around the steering wheel pretty much, and we good to go, man. So let's get to work, man. Oh man, bro, so it took a little while, but I got it done. So it looks better than what it did before, of course, because the old one was broke. The new one is one solid piece. So let me show you the after. All right, so here it is. As you can see, the piece is one solid piece. We got the trimming up here. I did end up having the old one already connected to this, so I just left it alone, but I did end up replacing the door. That's the old door down there. It didn't open. Well, it opened, but it didn't close, so I ended up taking this one off the old one, which is good. So it actually closed. Well, it stayed closed, so I ended up swapping that out. But the whole panel down here is complete. I got the port back, the scanner port back there connected. Everything down here is reconnected. This right here is good. Actually, I need to push this in real quick some more, but I even put this back in, so everything lines up, all good to go. So on to the next. I think the last thing we got to do is replace this driver's seat right here. Then we can start the detail and maybe do the coolant flush tomorrow. But right now we could probably finish up with the seat. All right, for the seat, what we got to do, just go ahead and move it all the way forward. because there's 2 bolts in the back that we need to go ahead and take out. So let's move this thing. Move it up. Yep, so one here and then one here. This needs to go back under the hood. All right, so after a little bit of wrestling, we finally got it unhooked. So now we just got to drag it out. But before we do that, we got to take this screw off here so we could take this panel off, because the seat belt is still attached. So instead of taking it off from here, I'm gonna just take the panel out, unscrew it from the actual seat, because we need to use this part anyways, and then drag this thing out. So let's go ahead and flip that back up, take this screw out, take this panel off. All right, so far I got it halfway off. It was an extra screw in here, and besides the one in the front right there. But now I'm just going to disconnect this here, unscrew the seat belt, which is right there, and then I should be able to pull the seat out and reattach this to the new seat, and blase. So let me do this and I'll show you the rest. So we got the new piece here on the floor. Well, that's from the original seat. Here's the new seat right here. It's in way better condition. Just gotta clean it off. But I'm taking this piece off here. As you can see, it's just one more screw right here, and then I'm just gonna swap it out real quick with the original piece, and that way we could just sit this whole thing inside the interior. So actually I'm gonna need this. Okay, so basically this is off. Just got to disconnect the wire from there and disconnect the seat right here, because as you can see, they cut this at the junkyard. So got to take the seat belt off, disconnect these wires here. Sheesh. Okay, got the new seat in, the old seat right there. So now we're just gonna pretty much adjust it so that way we could put the bottom piece on there and the seat belt. All right, so the new seat is in. Now let's see if it works. And it does. Yes, sir. Balling. So let's go ahead and move that back. We got to clean this up. But as you can see, it works. I broke the tab on this part here, so I'm gonna try to figure that out. But most importantly, the seat is in and it works. Scooting back. So we good to go. We no longer need the old lady cushion, but I might just leave it in. Who cares? All right, guys, so check out the interior. As you can see, we need to do a nice little detail. It's not too bad, to be honest, but the worst thing is really the floor down here. It's probably the worst part, but of course it's going to clean up. Got to take this tire and swap that out. And the back really is not too bad. So let's go ahead and clean up this thing real quick. And she should clean up pretty nice. I'm thinking it's a lot of dog hair, man. Y'all know how I feel about dog hair, but let's get it done. All right, so we got to replace this tail light. Here's the new one right here. So basically you just open up the trunk, pull this little carpet back, and there's 3 of these. So let's go ahead, take these off, and switch out this tail light. This is a tight fit. Okay, there we go. Come on, come on, there we go. There's one more, I think, at the very bottom. Oh, nope, up here at the very top. Can you see it? Yep, right there. So while I'm doing this, I need to also replace the latch, because pressing the button on the key fob or on the inside the car is not working. So I need to replace this latch. All right, so disconnected this, and here's the old one. All right, it's really not that bad. It's just the cover is broken off. But here's a new one, night and day difference. So just grab it, go ahead and reconnect it. Okay, there we go. And before we stick it in, let's actually see if we can adjust this bumper. All right, so new tail light is in. I lifted this up just a little bit. Now it's just this side right here. So I'm gonna try again later on to see, because when I lift it, it's holding in place. I think just the bracket right here is broken. That's why it's dropping down. But the tail light looks good. It's secure. Now I just got to figure out what's stopping this and what's stopping this here from opening. And I really think it's this here. Like you can see, it's all beat up and chewed up. So I'm actually going to replace this. I got a new one. So let's go ahead, take these down, pull it down, and it's probably like a 8 or a 10 millimeter back there, and just replace this.